So there might be some of my audience that don't know who you are. Most of them do, but can you give us a little rundown of basically the history of Jeremy MacKenzie and how you, I guess, the history of Jeremy MacKenzie into the beginning of Diagolon?
Ooh, what do you want to know? Let's see. Well, I was from Pictou County, Nova Scotia, originally, the town itself, actually. The same place that Sean Fraser's from, the immigration minister. He was in the news trash-talking us the other day. And, I joined the military pretty much right out of high school. I was still in high school, and I joined the reserves in grade 12 or something, which is insane to me to look back on, to let that happen. But plus my parents, they've always been supportive of everything I've wanted to do, and I was 17 years old. And we were at war at the time and everything, so I joined the Army Reserves when I was 16 or 17, and then I was eventually transitioned to the regular force, and I was in there until 2017, so about almost a little under 15 years, 2003 to 17. I've been around, Europe, the Middle East, a little bit the Caribbean, South Pacific, and United States and Canada. So my career took me quite a few interesting, cool places I never would have gotten to see otherwise, and places I wouldn't have been able to see regardless. Like not resorts, you get to see the real countryside of some of these places that are, dangerous and crazy, and so you get to see what really goes on outside the safe zones of resorts and airports and stuff like this. So that pretty much, that was my formative years as an adult. So 17 to however long, I was 30, early 30s when I got into the Army, I think. So I got out in 2017 and got bored, and I remember my mother told me years and years and years ago, she's like, you should do something creative. Like, that's who you are. You like to, So I got interested in, I started watching people on YouTube, and I was watching people like Owen Benjamin. He was with his laptop streaming to 5,000 people with just his laptop in his backyard. And I thought that was crazy. That's cool. I mean, I would like to, if I could entertain people or impart something or say something. I'm not going to go downtown and hold a sign and just scream on the sidewalk like they used to. It's, it doesn't work so well. Or I could just do this. And I just wanted to make some YouTube videos and maybe get my own little, niche kind of corner on the internet to just, have as a hobby. And part of my, it's actually been very instrumental in my mental health recovery coming out of the military and processing a lot of that stuff and it's been key for that. Apparently it's criminal according to our enemies. You're not allowed to talk and have opinions or think or anything, but it's certainly helped me quite a bit. And I started doing that then, and it just one thing led to the other. I started making videos and just screwing around and being fun. I was like cutting the heads off Barbie dolls and doing crazy, silly videos and playing with toys, and they were being melted in microwaves and doing crazy stuff. Just being sarcastic and like being tongue in cheek, poking at the world, right? And they didn't like it, and then they started throwing eggs at me, and so I didn't like that either. So we've gone back and forth, and it's just been a crazy ride ever since. Really, I can't believe it's only been 5 or 6 or 7. It feels like a lot longer. It's a lifetime ago.